Greetings, everyone. Do you have your ticket? Oh, you don't have one? No problem, my friend. Just hit the subscription button below and come on in. Hey, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey, I want to take a little time today, about 10, 15 minutes maximum, and I just want to do a little education. And this education is towards really helping break down something that has been kind of a Achilles heel for me, something that I just particularly don't like, and I don't like the ignorance associated with this. And so what I wanted to do and what I'm going to do, and again, I tell you all the time, this may not be for everybody. Some of you guys in the audience, this may not be for you. And I don't particularly mean to be talking to that group anyway if this is not for you. But as I always say, everyone is welcome, to listen in. But in this instance, I just want to share something that I read just recently. And this is primarily to individuals who are of copper color, Hebrew Israelites, who, may have heard a lot of myths, may have heard a lot of different things about what someone said was in this book or that book, including the Bible, and have never done any research for themselves. So this message is really for you, okay? And again, if you're white and you want to listen in, or if you're black and you want to listen in, hey, that's what this platform is for. It's to inform and to educate, all right? And hopefully to inspire. But here's where I want to start, here's a little quote that I saw just the other day. And this quote, here it goes. It says, when you're black, you're black. It says, when I was born, I was black. When I grew up, I was black. When I went in the sun, I stayed black. When I got cold, I was black. When I was scared, I was black. When I was sick, I was black. And when I die, I'll be black. Now, and there goes you white folks. Now, I'm just reading this, okay? Now you white folks. When you're born, you're pink. Or when you grow up, you're white. When you get in the sun, you get red. When you're cold, you turn blue. When you're scared, you turn yellow. When you get sick, you turn green. When you get bruised, you turn purple. And when you die, you look gray. So why are you calling us colored people? Now, if you know anything about me and that whole colored person thing, then you know that's exactly where I'm going next. So why you call us colored people? Well, you should call us colored people because we are people of color. Now, using this description in terms of when I was born, I was black, and when I'm scared, I'm black, and when I'm cold, I'm black. Well, let me help you for a moment right here. Let me show you some colors, okay? All right. First color I'm going to show you is white. Can you see that? That's white. So if you have any white friends, that's white. Next color I'm going to show you is black. All right? Got any black friends that look like that? All right, if you do, they're black. Okay? And if you have any copper colored people, they look like this. You got any friends that kind of like that color? Maybe if you can see this desk kind of brown, this brown. There's this copper colored, burnt kind of brownish, kind of brass kind of color. Okay? That's what that looks like. All right. So you might say to me, well, what does color have anything to do with anything? Well, guess what? Got news for you. Color does have something to do with many things. All right? And let me give you a quick little history. Y'all remember my favorite book, History of the United States, 1876. I'm going to go right here. And some of you guys have heard this before, but let me tell it to you again so you can correlate this information, all right? Correlate it. It said in their personal appearance, all right, in their personal appearance, the Indians are strongly marked. And down here it says they're copper colored. See right over here? Copper colored skin. Right there. All right? Let's get it in there. Copper colored or brown. Okay? Again, the skin. Okay? Again, copper colored brown. Not my history book. I didn't write this, okay? This was written by early Americans. Well, let's keep it going. Now, let's look at this book. This is the Webster Dictionary, year 1828, okay? All right, Webster's Dictionary. Let's go in here And let's see what it says about, first we're going to start with American. It says American, a Native American originally applied to the Aboriginals, copper-colored races found here by Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of the Europeans born in America. The name America must always exalt pride and patriotism. Okay? So again, let's take a good look at that right here. All right? Show you. Uh-oh. Never fails. See it right there? American, right? Good. Glad you saw that. All right. Now let's go for for some of you guys saying, oh, why you bring color? Color doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. Now, oh, by the way, let me give you this while I'm at it. I just show you what American is. So let me show you what it says about black. Okay? It says black, the objective of color of the night, destitute of light, darkened by clouds as the heavens black with clouds, subtle, having a cloudy look of countenance, atrociously wicked, horrible as black deed or crime, black criminal, okay, dismal, mournful, and clamorous, black, okay? Now, color doesn't matter, but you calling yourself black, okay? But it doesn't matter. I think I just answered that question for you, but I'm going to help you. I'm not going to stop right there. Let's go to white. White. Objective being of color of pure snow, snowy, not dark. White skin. Having the color of purity, pure, clean, free from spot, as a white robe, innocent. Pure and unblemished. Okay? Just so you know. This color associated with dark, criminal, atrocious. This color driven pureness, innocence, all right? White as snow, okay? Since we're saying color doesn't matter. Now let me talk to you Christians here. You know what I'm saying? Because as you know, Christians used to be white, and then later on, Christians became white and black. But just so you know, okay? But let's go to this book, all right? This book right here. Let me read something to you real quick. The book of Daniel. His body was like beryl, his face in appearance as of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. His arms and feet like in color to polished brass. And his voice or his words were like the voice of a multitude. You notice how most colored people, copper colored people, so-called black people, have this loud voice? It says again, words like the voice of their words are like the voice of a multitude, like a whole bunch of people talking at one time. Okay? Again, let's look at this one last time. His arms and feet like the color of polished brass. Okay. Well, we're not going to stop there. We could, but we're not going to stop there because some of you guys will say, well, where did you find that in your Bible? Book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 6. Gives a description. Oh, and who is it talking about? He's talking about when he looked up and he saw a man clothed in linen. In other words, when he saw Yeshua. That was a description of Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? Some people confuse him with Jesus. This is Jesus. This is not Yeshua. Okay? That's Jesus. Jesus is white. Okay? This is Jesus. Since color doesn't matter, right, Christians? Color doesn't matter. Now, I didn't draw this picture. And I took this right out of the Bible. All right? But color doesn't matter. It sure looks like this color is mattering to me. And that's his disciples. That's when they were confronted with the storm and they were all afraid and woke him up from his sleep. That story. Okay. Now some of you guys say, well, that's the Old Testament. Okay. Well, let me help you again. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. Revelations chapter 1. And his head and hair was like wool, as white as snow. His eyes were as flame of fire. His feet like unto brass. Talking about Yeshua, by the way. His feet was like brass, as burned in the furnace, and his voice the sound of many waters. That's like hearing a loud waterfall. You ever been to like the Niagara Falls? How loud it is, that thunderous sound? These voices? Okay. All right. Now, I've just given you information out of your Bible, Christians. I've just given you information out of your dictionary, whites. I've just given you information out of your history books, black, well, whites, who this is what you were teaching your children. Some of you guys are still teaching this to your children. Okay. And again, and I just shared with you, the story in terms of, this little thing, who turns black and who turns white. Now, based off of the description that I gave to you, black. The reason I don't call myself black, because of this very reason right here, okay? Because this is not something we started off calling ourselves, okay? Your oppressor started off calling you black, all right? Negro, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, the word that they would use, the Spanish word for dog, black, whatever, okay? But at the end of the day, I am not this color, okay? This is black. That's black. All right? That's black. And unless I'm a special kind of fool, I know the difference between brown and black. And again, what is black? Dark like the clouds, black with clouds, subtle, having a cloudy look or countenance, atrociously wicked, horrible, black deed or crime, dismal, mournful, clamorous. Okay? That's what you're calling yourself. And all these people talking about it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter what color. White, pure snow. White, integrity. White is honor. White is American. All right? White is patriot or patriotic. And you're telling me that colors doesn't matter when one group is identifying themselves as white and that same group identifies that other group as black, and now that group is identifying themselves as black. It does matter. And your creator was copper colored. Copper color. Copper in color. So when you use that term, or you heard people use that term, people of color, colored people, is how they really meant people of color. People of color are a multiple group of people. Mostly not black. If you find one black, you found that's an anomaly. Most of them are a range. You could be black and be the lightest of color and the darkest of color. Okay? But when you identify yourself solely as black, then you're identifying yourself just as the description as I have just given you and informed you of. And not only that, but why would you hate to be called brown or copper color when you're Messiah? The person you believe in, the person some of you guys call Jesus. If that's the way he was identified by Daniel and John, men who had visions and saw him and described him with color. Why do you hate that? Why do you hate that? That's the question I'm asking you. Why would you hate identifying yourself that way? They've made the word color a colored out of a atrocious word because they know the truth behind that word. Who is they? They is those who somehow turned you against the fact that you are copper-colored people of the Most High. Made in his image and in his what? Likeness. Made in his image and his likeness. From the soil, from the dirt, the brown copper-colored dirt. Okay? Now, just to end this video, because you see I can go on with it, but I'm going to stop. 3 black churches were burned down in Louisiana last week by this guy. The son of a sheriff deputy accused of setting 3 churches on fire in Louisiana. And yes, he was a neo-Nazi and he hated, black people. All right? But I'm going to tell you something. Yahweh is just. Because see that Notre Dame cathedral that just got burned down over there in France? Don't think for 1 second that Yahweh doesn't keep things balanced out. I know man did it in both instances, but something putting it there. But most importantly, Yahweh is speaking to you and telling you, I got my eyes on you. I got your back. But you better learn the truth and know that that truth is going to set you free. Peace. Thank you, DFG. Talk to you later, guys.